Stop waffling. Out! Now you won't get to watch the show at all. Out! Get him out. Yeah, exactly, chemically, exactly that. Thank you, mods. Love you all, thank you. Let's go. All right, here we go.
And I will absolutely be sending them what you've been doing to me online, and they can judge. They can have their own judgment on you, because if you don't expect that and you think you can get through that, babe, then feel free. But you shouldn't be working in a gay bar if you're going to be trying to fight a trans woman because they're trans, and trying to start on them first and hunting them down, actually going to Manchester looking for them. It's not okay. You're dangerous. You're the dangerous one.
I want to get to the main point. All right, I'll start what happened. 1 second.
And I'm sorry, can I be honest with you as well? When people say, but there are children in the bathroom, then you're the parent. Keep an eye on your children, sweetheart. Fucking hell. You have a responsibility. No, I don't give a fuck if it's well, sweetheart. You have a responsibility to keep an eye on your child at all times when you're out. That's for everyone. Am I wrong? No. Mothers will always keep an eye on their children. If you don't keep an eye on your fucking child at all times, you're a fucking...
What about fathers?
...bad parent, bitch, if they're too young. That's my opinion. I don't give a fuck if you disagree, bitch. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? I am sick to fucking God of these Karens saying, no, trans women, like, children here, you're a danger to children, this, that, the other. I just want to go for a fucking piss. I'm sorry. I actually hate the sound of children, so I just want to actually just fucking relax and go for a shit or a piss and leave. I cannot. It actually angers me because the Karens say like, oh, but they're children. Well, you are watching your child. You have your eyes on your child. If you don't, then you're a bad parent.
Trigger warning, guys. It's very hard, trigger warning. It's very hard for these people to constantly blame not the person committing the crime, but the innocent party. Constantly. This is why we don't move forward in society, because the blame keeps going to the wrong people.
Sweetheart. Sorry. Not sorry. How I say it, babe. I don't like it. I say how it is. This is what gets me cancelled. I say how it is. If you agree with me, then slay. Because every parent should be keeping an eye on their child at all times. Because, honestly, why are you saying, oh, trans women are dangerous to children? What about women? What about biological women? Because there are literal cases out there as well that abduct children as well who are biological women. Oh my God, it actually pisses me fucking off, like, so much. Why do trans people have to come into the category? There are everyone has power to do anything, right? So why are you saying, oh, you're trans, you're not meant to be in here? Fuck you, bitch. I'll go for a piss if I want to. I don't give a fuck. Do you think I care? Do you actually think I care? I wouldn't even care if it became illegal. I'd still go for a piss. Because I'm not going to get assaulted by a fucking man in the men's toilets. And also, can I be honest with you? If I...
So you can... Hold on a minute. So you can say, I'm not going to be assaulted by a man in the man's toilets, but you don't want women to question their toilets? Double standards?
If I was presenting female, right, and I went into the men's, don't you actually think I'd get the weird looks? Am I wrong? This is, and I'm going to say this right now, this is discrimination against trans people. And people will not admit it. I couldn't give a flying rat's ass. You just hate trans people. You just hate trans people. And that's not good enough for me, babe. I'm sorry, fuck off with that shit.
Alright, I got a few points on that. Okay. And then I think I'm going to honestly give it to the people to give what they want to say. So don't accept anyone in boxes yet, but if you have something to say, request a box. Please, if you're new in here, first of all, do get your heart me's in. We're trying to get these confettis for this confetti league. We've been top 10 pretty much all week. So if we can try to get that top 10 position again, that would be fabulous. Thank you for being in here. Right. Number one, Elphaba. You've been raising money for how long? And thank you so much, Alison. And conning people on this app that you're going to raise money for your transition. And what on earth have you done for your transition at all? With all the thousands of pounds that you've earned, the only thing that we've seen you do on your live is go out, spend money on alcohol, drink, party, dance. Nothing else. What have you done for your transition? And I'm getting a bit sick of hearing people say, yeah, but we can they can transition whenever they want. Like, okay, but then don't say you're raising funds and manipulate an audience into giving you money when you have no intention to do anything about it, you know? Again, do it at your own pace, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Who am I to tell someone when to start their journey? But don't then manipulate an audience that I need money for my transition if you're not doing anything about it. I think that's fair to say. Number two, blaming parents on children being abused in a toilet is the lowest of lowest thing that you can do. Why is it that people constantly want to blame the innocent party? They want to blame the kid or they want to blame the parent, but they don't want to blame the predator. If you're not prepared to blame the predator, you're enabling the predator, and that makes you just as bad as them. Thank you, Jag. That makes you just as bad as them. If you want to blame the parent for something happening in a toilet and not the person who's doing it, you're just as bad as the problem. You're as big as the problem. You know, you are the reason why this is continuing to happen. Because too many people are speaking out about the wrong thing. Number three, it is physically impossible for a parent to 24/7 keep eyes on their child. Okay, we all know what kids are like. We all know what kids are like. Kids run off, kids talk, you washing your hands, you look away. They're doing something else. Who the hell is Elphaba? Who is Elphaba on any legs after all she's done on this app to even try to go for parenting, how people should look after their kids? Have she seen the things she's done on here? The people she's triggered, the communities she's triggered. She has zero right and zero legs to stand on to talk about parenting. Okay? Zero. But to blame parents for children's essay is absolutely wrong and disgusting. Okay? Parents can watch their kids. Parents physically can't, thank you, Scott, 24/7 track their child. Are you there? Are you there? Like, they just can't. They just can't. And if you want to say, I would rather call out an innocent party over someone who's literally done something so effed up, well, that says a lot about you. Because you might not be in your face standing with a pred, but behind the scenes, that's what you're doing. You're masking what they've done with, I'm going to blame it on this person, this toilet, this gender. I'm not going to blame it on the sicko that's freaking doing this to the child in the first place. How are we 2 days in a row now on TikTok where people are standing with these disgusting, messed up people? Like, I'm honestly scared for this world. People like this one, right, who are so much influence on this app, who kids watch, has just told thousands and thousands of children, it's your parents' fault if something happens to you. I mean, how messed up can you get? How messed up can you get? As a parent, you can look after your child, you can safeguard your child, you can watch your child, But if something happens, there's no means the parent's fault. No means. The attention and the spotlight and the blame should be put on these fucked up people who are doing these things to kids in the first place. Not the parent. Not the child. Sorry for raising my voice, but I'm very passionate about this because I'm seeing this in the last 2 days. It's everyone's fault but the problem. And it's infuriating. It is so infuriating. Sorry for getting like a bit high rate there, but it's infuriating. And for Elphaba to think she can speak out about this after the things that she's done on here. Do better. Now there's a whole other debate on trans and the toilets, and you know, I'm going to be totally honest. I can totally see both views, to be honest. I'm not sure how I see the whole, should trans women be allowed in men's toilets and vice versa? Sorry, should trans women be allowed in women's toilet and should trans men? I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know, don't you dare blame parents for something happening to their child. How dare you parent blame someone if something happens based on some effed up in the head person? You know what I mean? I don't know about the toilet discussion. We're going to have that in a second. I'm going to run a quick poll first. Quick poll. If you think that Elphaba should be able to use the woman's toilet, give me a smiley face. If you think she shouldn't, give me a sad face. And I want people to feel safe in here. I want people to feel like they can speak their honest truth. And that's I really do. So yeah, get voting in that poll. Okay, so if you think Elphaba should be allowed to use the woman's toilet, give me a sad face. And if you think Elphaba should be allowed, give me a smiley face. Guys, before I open the boxes, please remember when we're doing boxes, let's speak one at a time. If someone disagrees with you, let's try to let them finish speaking. I'm guilty of that as well, so don't worry. Let's try to let them finish talking before we, like, question them or, you know. And finally, if you haven't done your heart me's, please do your heart me's. If you haven't helped me with that confetti competition, please help me with that. That really mean the world to me. Follow me if you haven't already. No, you confused it. Oh, have I confused it? Let me do it again then. All right. If you think that Elphaba should be able to use the woman's toilets, give me a smiley face. And if you think Elphaba should not be allowed to use the toilets, give me a sad face. If she should be able to use the woman's toilets, give me a smiley face. If she should not, give me a sad face. Okay. Don't forget your heart me's, please, guys. Don't forget your heart me's. Let's just do 30 seconds of taps, guys. Heart me's. If you can help me with the confettis, that would be much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Becky. All right. Prince, I have no coins. Don't worry. I appreciate you just being in here. Hi, Diffie Egg. Thank you. Thank you, Joanne. You're amazing. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Joanne. Ah. Thank you, Haley. Joanne. Thank you, my lovely. Thank you, Anna. Donna. Thank you, Donna. I just followed you. Thank you so much, lovely. Is it just for her alone or for all? Kay, thank you. I'm just talking about Elphaba in this poll, but in the discussion that we can open that up into a discussion. Dippy Egg, thank you so much. Yeah, we'll open that up. But it was just because I just played the clip of her. But yeah, let's open the boxes. If you got them in, Margot, I love you, Margot. But yeah, let's all be mindful. This is obviously a really sensitive topic, so let's try to. Yeah, be careful of that in all aspects, please. Why is that not working? Oh, it is. You can let people in, guys, mods. Okay. Everyone tap the screen, guys. Hello, Samantha.
Hello.
Hi.
this like whole topic gets me like so annoyed because I think people have a hard time, separating Alphaba and then other people. Like they don't like her,
Yeah.
they don't like her, so of course they don't want her anywhere near them, and all of that. But and like a lot of people don't understand because of so much misinformation that like transgender or like transsexual, it doesn't mean that you're like that you have to change body parts, and stuff like that. Half the time, I bet you, if there was a trans person in the bathroom, you would not even know they were there. You would have no idea, especially if like they present, as female. I mean,
Yeah.
Alphaba, I know that she might stick out. But,
That's a polite way of putting it.
but, a lot of people like put a lot of effort into what they look like, because they want to, pass, obviously. But it just gets me annoyed, this stuff, because like, I think honestly, I would feel better if bathrooms were always just like one bathroom. I don't care who's in there. I think it's always uncomfortable, like feeling. I don't know these people because a woman could be. You could send your kids in a bathroom. A woman could be a predator. You don't know.
Yeah.
I have had two boys, and I mean they were like probably too old, and I was still bringing them in the bathroom with me because I didn't want to just put them in the men's bathroom by themselves.
Yeah.
It's just, it's very weird. Like Miss Red, I like that somebody came in and tried to set it straight because I know that EQ always tells people trans stands for transitioning, but it does not. That's not true. That's absolutely not true. There's transgender, transsexual, all kinds of terms. All people are different. Like, and why do you care, what other people are doing like that much? So that's all. That's all.
Okay. Thank you, Samantha. Hey, baby.
What's up, baby? So here in America, we've already went through what y'all are about to go through. As far as this topic is concerned, I think we went through this in 2014, 15, 16, somewhere right around that area, when transgender people were fighting for the right to have their own bathroom. So everybody accommodated that, and they started having transgender bathrooms. It was like the half man, half woman emoji on the front, to let them know that this is their bathroom or whatever. And after about a year of it, everybody started getting really, really upset. All the transgender people, they got really upset, and they said, no, now we want to go into your spaces. We don't want to be treated as a different category. Like, you are a different category. That's the whole point about having your own identity. So the bathroom thing, it happened here in America for about a year, maybe a little longer. And then the transgender activists got all up in arms and said, no, we want to be able to use the bathroom that we choose to use. And personally, it's just like there's no pleasing somebody who's not pleased in themselves. And that's it. If you do not if you do not identify with the gender that you were born with, that's a you problem. It's nobody else's problem. It's a you problem. It's not a societal problem. It's a you problem. And I wish you Godspeed in dealing with that however you see fit. However, you cannot infringe on other people's wants, wishes. And the truth is that they make up a very vast minority, like a very small portion of the population. And just how, they talk about transgender people in sports, right? Why not have their own sporting events, right? If you want to be transgender, go be transgender in your own sporting event. This is the thing about having a personalized identity, but they don't want that. They just want to be able to say they're one thing and do another. So what stops a 6'8", 350-pound biological male from saying, I'm a woman? It's just a word at that point. It's just a word. And they're going to go in and there's a reason women and men have different sporting events, because biologically men are built different. I think I've always said men had the bronze and women had the brains, right? Like I have 6 older sisters, and I've always known that women are just naturally more intuitive and smarter than most men, just by, personal opinion here. From what I've seen, they have the brains, and most men have the bronze. Most men are just built. We have higher bone density, more muscle mass. We get more oxygen to our blood. We get all of this extra stuff. But at the end of the day, if people want to identify as whoever or whatever they want, that's fine with me. I don't care. But don't infringe on other people's rights. Don't infringe on what other people don't want you to do. You know. And when they give you your own thing, don't take it and then start bitching about it. Don't do that.
Yeah. I see what you mean. I agree, actually.
We're not being rude. If you don't like what we say, you can scroll on.
Hi, Anastasia.
Hey, I think at this point, I mean, I was in Miss Red's live as well. It is mainly, I think, about Elphaba, not the trans community in general. I think she's always blaming everyone else. She has not taken any accountability for anything she's done. To blame the parents, I think, is disgusting. Like, we shouldn't always have to be looking over our shoulders. We should be able to take our children to the bathroom in peace, just as anyone should be able to go to the bathroom in peace. We can't give an opinion without being called transphobic, and half the time it's not. It's just, you know, she's taken so much money from people for a transition. She claimed, I want to transition, can you help me? So many people have given money and she's not spent any of it on the transition. I think people have a right to be angry about that because they wanted to help someone and it's been used for something completely different. And that's got nothing to do with being transphobic. People just want to see their money being spent on what they claimed they wanted. But she can't keep getting aggressive with people and shouting and screaming at everyone because their opinion is not the same as theirs.
Yeah. I agree. Thank you, Anna. Hello, Tinky Winky.
Hiya, Alex.
Hello.
For a mother myself, right, only to a 5-week-old, I would not like Elphaba to even be anywhere near any types of female toilets. Not all trans people, just Elphaba, in my opinion, because in female toilets, people have also put up that Elphaba has been talking to little ones through apps like Movie Star Planet and everything. And she has been caught out texting them, so people do have the right to say to her, no, you're not, I don't want you in the women's bathrooms whilst my kid's in there, because she has been known for, you know, talking to little ones. So, in my opinion, all trans people, I love them, all of them, but Elphaba is putting a bad name on every single one of them. And I have a best friend who wants to come out, but they're scared to because of Elphaba, because she's putting a bad reputation on all trans people.
I agree on that massively.
I know Elphaba myself. I've met her twice when she came down here, and she was awful to people that were trans. In a place called Trilogy, where I live, she came down, and there was this one person that was fully trans, and she yelled at them saying, you're not really trans, blah, blah, blah. And it was sickening. I had to leave. But at the same time, she's putting a bad reputation. She's making everybody not want to be trans and not actually experience themselves, because she doesn't know what to be like a real woman is like. She doesn't know what a parent is, because, to be honest with you, she's not one herself. So she cannot turn around and say to people, you're not doing your jobs right. She doesn't know how hard it is to be a mum. She does not know how to look after herself, never mind a child. So she cannot blame parents or anybody for what children do, because they've got their own mind of their own. They cannot just turn around and look at their child 24/7. I'm a mother to a boy. If he goes in a boy's toilets, I can't go in there myself. But as also dads can't go into the female toilets with their child. So especially, what are they meant to do? She's got no clue at all.
That's why when she said, like, all mothers should watch their kids, and I'm like, and not fathers? Is this just a mother duty? Like, questionable. Hi, Ellie.
Hello, lovely. Right, I know I've already had my say on this today, but I'm going to have to do it again because I'm a mother. I've got 3 children. I've got a 17-year-old girl, a 14-year-old boy, and an 8-year-old girl. Now, if my little girl wants to go to the toilet, she ain't going to let mummy go with her. She wants to go to the toilet in the cubicle by herself. Now, if Elphaba was in that toilet, there'd be no way on earth my child would be going in the toilet, let alone the cubicle by herself. Because it's known fact, there are young children that go and sit in her life and gift her on a regular basis. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And as for the trans thing, I'm not transphobic in any way, shape or form. I follow a lot of people. I follow Toby J and a few other trans people. But Elphaba is not trans. Maybe a cross-dresser, but definitely not trans. She sat on this app for however many years or whatever, begging, help me with my transition, help me, give me coins. What have they done? They've done absolutely jack shit.
Yeah, and you know, that's, I think, Ellie, where you've hit the nail on the head, is like, it's not just words, it's actually people's money that they've given to help a cause, and nothing's been done. So when people say, oh, well, it's not about transition, and I'm like, okay, fair enough, everyone has their own transition journey, but don't ask for money for it then if you're not going to do anything about it.
Exactly, and that's the thing. And NFC, no, I wouldn't go in and look in the toilet before I send my children in there. But if you saw Elphaba going into a toilet, a female toilet, you're telling me you're then going to let your child go in there? Hell no, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm sorry, but no, I'm not. My children are my main priority. And as for someone sitting there saying, oh, it's the parent's responsibility. No, it's your responsibility not to be a disgusting person. It's your responsibility to know the difference between right and wrong and not having your children put in that position where they're in danger.
Amen. I agree.
I'm sorry,
No, I feel your...
on this app that proper grinds my gears, because I can't even stand to watch it, because myself as a woman, yeah, everybody burps, everybody farts, everybody goes to the toilet for a pee or whatever, but do you really need to sit on a live stream and shout, I can piss and shit where I want, and sit and do the things that you do on a live stream and then proclaim that you're a woman?
It's just private information, isn't it, that you don't need to be throwing out to everyone.
To Jordan, I think all children are in danger when they're around Elphaba. That's my opinion.
No, I see where you're coming from, Ellie. I do.
But I am going to drop down because my cat is driving me crazy.
I can hear the cat. I didn't know who it was.
My damn cat. So thank you guys. I'll speak to you all soon.
The cat's a clout chaser.
Yeah, clout chasing all day. Alex, you're fabulous. Cowboy, you're fabulous. Stuff what anyone else thinks. You're both fabulous.
Thanks, Ellie.
So I actually have a question.
Yeah.
What is the deal here, especially here recently, very recently, like within the last, I don't know, month here on this app? The talk has been constantly about kids and transgenders with kids. This isn't just on one platform. This is like on every single platform. This isn't just Elphaba. This is Evil Queen. This is all of the community. And this is a lot of this going on. Yesterday we had a guy on here saying kids are asking to be groomed. What the hell? Okay, what is wrong with people? Like, what is actually wrong? Gender dysphoria is one thing, but being a foul-ass person is just foul. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. I think of my nieces and nephews and them having to be exposed to this. It's like, dude, I don't know. I can't understand what people's obsession is with fucking kids. I can't understand it. I don't understand it. It's just too weird for me.
No, I'm the same. When I watched that clip, I was like, what? Huh? How does that even come out your mouth? Talk about, like, think that, talk about process that, talk about then say it, and then still be shocked at the reaction. Like, what? Hi, Lorraine.
I just agree with Tinky Winky what she said about Alpha Bar and online talking to kids. I've seen that all over Facebook. I've seen that where the people go out and search for the people. It's taxing young kids at 12 years of age, wanting to groom them and stuff. I wouldn't bring my son into a toilet when Alpha Bar is there. If he wanted to go to the toilet, I would take him into the disabled toilet on my own. But if she was there anywhere in Belfast, anywhere, somewhere, I would not take my child into that toilet when she's there.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Thanks, Lorraine. Hi, Odd.
Hi, hi, I'm just
By the way, I can't believe you're up here.
I know, I can't either. It's been hard watch the last couple of days, and
Yeah.
you know, I just want to point out to everybody, sexuality is between two consenting adults. You know, that's all it is. It's two consenting adults. Children can't consent. They can't vote. They can't drink. There's a reason for this. Okay, they cannot be responsible for their own actions. They cannot give consent. To go back to the Alphabet thing, if people want to go on YouTube, have a quick search. There's so many videos of her chatting to minors, it's sickening. How she is allowed on the internet in general is absolute baffling to me. I just can't. I have no idea how something hasn't been done about her long ago. To touch on the trans issue of them using bathrooms, I've got female trans friends, I've got male trans friends. If they had to go into the bathroom that they were assigned to at birth, there would be an uproar because they pass as female and male. So if my male trans friend had to go into a female bathroom, there would be an uproar. So in that sense, I'm quite happy with people using other people's bathroom, but I do want to say...
That's why I'm on both sides. I don't really think there is ever going to be a winning with that bit there.
Yeah,
like,
I know. And there are going to be people that's going to take advantage. There are, but it's going to be a very small minority. Well, I actually come up here to say, before I started getting myself a bit riled up, sorry.
No, it's a serious topic. I get it.
It's all, everybody in the chat, everybody in the boxes, it's all our responsibilities to look after the children, not just the mothers. If you see a child lost in a supermarket, take them to the service desk, alert a member of staff. It doesn't just happen in bathrooms, it happens in home, it happens with babysitters, it happens in public. For Alphabet to turn around and just blame the mothers because they're not keeping an eye on their children is just horrible. I don't understand, and it's upset me greatly. Anyway, I'll go.
No,
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. I think that's... I really agree with a lot that you said there. Thank you. Hi, Mum. Oh, you need to unmute.
Hi, guys. Hello. Hope you're good.
Hello.
Hello. No, what I would want to say, two things. The first thing is it's really good if the parents as well can keep their children away from people like Alpha Bar, what a name, okay, but also to educate the children. When they're old enough to know what is to educate them. You know for a fact from a young age already, we're taught about different types of people and that once strangers, stay away from them, don't talk to them. But you can do it like in a nice way that the child understands. I think it's really important. And secondly is if that person was in the toilet and confronted my children, well then I would confront her and tell her to go away and then go report her. Because I think it's really, really important that if you just ignore it, you leave the washroom with your child, another child walks in, and what happens then?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I love both of y'all's faces, but I feel uncomfortable being in between you two. Y'all should be nice. I'm a drop and come back up under mama. Okay.
I can say one thing.
Yes.
Is that when you go to like these big concerts and whatever, and there's no children involved, and if you need the toilet, the men's queue is always shorter. So dash in that queue.
Yeah, but then now people will be saying like double standards, you know.
Yeah, but I've done it. I don't wait for the women's toilets. It's too long to wait. If there's no one in the men's toilets, I'm going to run in there and go use the toilet quickly and run out and back to my seat.
Yeah.
Well, with what you said, Lyndall. See, my thing is the men's toilet is open for essentially everybody, but the women's toilet should be closed just for women because it used to be just men's toilets. So I don't see a problem with going into the man's toilet, especially if there's a man watching the door or somebody watching the door to make sure nobody else enters behind you.
Anyone want to respond? Cowboy?
Yes.
Oh, I was just saying if anyone wanted to respond to Crystal.
But no, I'm totally cool with it. Like, I don't care if a woman wants to use the men's restroom, then I don't think any man is going to be like, all right, yeah, no.
But then where's the line drawn? I don't think it's fair to give, like, put women on a pedestal.
No, you have to, because women go through a lot more than men do. When it comes to using the restroom, women have menstrual cycles, women have times when they have to, like, you know, it's like woman code, right? Like, if you go into a restroom and a woman has like bled, right? Let's just talk about it. A woman has like bled, right? And she's like wearing sweatpants and she can't go back out in public, right? Another woman, they have like the secret code, like whenever they're in the bathroom together, they don't even have to ask, they just know. And then they're there to comfort them. And women go into their places to breastfeed, to do that, you know, in a comfortable place. That way they're not out in the middle of a restaurant doing it. Men do not menstruate, men do not breastfeed, men do not do any of that other stuff that women have to go through in a woman's restroom. And out in public, women doesn't get to choose when this happens, right? Like, they have to feed their babies and stuff like that if they're going to breastfeed and all this and that.
Sorry, my whole TikTok just froze. Sorry, I'm
back. Did you hear what I was saying?
No, literally, it just kicked me out of everything.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that women menstruate, right? They bleed. And they don't get the decision of when that happens. So they go into a restroom to feel comfortable, and they have to feel safe in that space, and they don't want to be accosted by another man, because only women know what women go through in that manner. Now, also, to expand on it, they breastfeed, and they have to feed their child. A lot of women don't want to do that in the middle of a public restaurant for fear of a man, or whoever, anyone for that matter, seeing their breasts, right? So they go into a restroom where they're comfortable with other women who have already been through it, know it, do it, and have done it. And especially if you're a first-time mother, if you're menstruating, you know, not on your regular cycle, it's embarrassing, and you can't go back out into a public eye if you're bleeding all over your stuff. So another woman goes out and gets her another pair of sweatpants real quick from her car, or goes down the street and buys it, while the other woman stays in there and keeps her comfortable and like protects her from everybody else. Men do not menstruate, men do not breastfeed, men do not need a private space to go and feel comfortable in public. This is why women's restrooms are protected in that way. Does that make sense?
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, protect the women's, but then I still think victims in a men's toilet should be thought about as well.
Well,
like,
the thing is,
it's not that we don't think about it.
I mean, like, why is it that I don't like the ideology of a woman can't do something to a guy in the guy's toilet and pretend that they're on a period, or pretend that they're breastfeeding? Who knows what they do? And that's the same as saying who knows whether someone passes trans or not. Who knows? But we can't use that theory only on trans people and not on biological women.
Can I say something?
All I'm saying is that there's a reason that a woman's restroom it has to remain safe. A men's restroom does not have to remain safe in that respect, because we don't do things that are super, super private.
But there's still little boys and underage kids going in there, so it should be safe for them.
Yeah, it should. For the kids, yeah, definitely. But you know what? A parent should go to the restroom with their children. They should. That's the end all be alls of that conversation. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. If a parent is that concerned about their child, take your child to the fucking restroom. You know.
And I have kids, and that's what I do. I mean, boy or girl, if I have a little baby or kid that's up under a certain age, I will go to the restroom with them. And if I don't feel comfortable going into that restroom, I will knock on the door, say it's a little boy, knock on the door. Hey, is there anybody in there? No, make sure nobody answers. Have them go in, check and make sure there's nobody in there. Have them come back out, answer me. Hey, nobody's in there with you. And then stand by the door while they're using the restroom.
So
That's
a good question. What if it's a father-daughter then? If you don't want men in the women's
Same
toilet?
thing.
Can I just say a couple of things?
Yeah.
Restrooms from around the world are very different. So some of our restrooms in the UK are very different to the American ones. where there's gaps in the doors underneath. You know, if you've ever been to America and people that live in America, they would know what I'm talking about. But you go into places here, restrooms like McDonald's, and they're literally floor to ceiling, so that you're completely, you know, blocked in kind of thing. I don't agree at the moment with, you know, men using women's restrooms, especially when it's obviously on the topic of Alpha Bar, when, you know, they're using, you know, a gender as an excuse to be going in there. And it is an excuse. It's an excuse because they don't want to transition. They've taken a lot of people's money from the app, okay, to say that they're going to transition, and then they
Have you heard of Holly Stanley? So they actually transitioned. I forgot what their
and then they haven't.
What is it called? Like a dead name, their previous name. We all know the crimes that individual committed.
It's a dead name.
Yeah, his real name Stephen. Yeah, well, they used their. I believe that I could be wrong, and if I say anything wrong, I'm sorry, but I do believe that like they're using their transition, so to speak, to benefit their agenda from what they've done to an individual.
The thing is, I saw a video this morning, from FYP, that was played on somebody else's, you know, live today. And, you know, Alpha Bar was talking about this. They don't want to go into a men's toilet because they might get beaten up. But I don't think it's because of their transition or, you know, being trans or whatever. I think it is purely because the attitude on it, you know, the way how
it is.
You know, he...
Now, to answer and expand on what Alex asked just a minute ago, and you were saying, what if it's the father and a daughter or the mother and a son? You take your child into whatever restaurant or to whatever restroom the adult is. So if you're a father with a young daughter, you take her into the men's restroom. You stand in there with her and you let her do her business. If you're
in the UK,
if you're a woman, you take your son.
Hold on. I can't hear Cowboy if you speak over him.
If you're a woman, you take your son into the toilet, into the women's restroom, and you stand in there with them. I personally, like when I have kids, and we will have kids one day, up until the age of probably, I don't really know what the age would probably be, probably 12, 13, right when they're out of that, you know, when they're starting to come into puberty, when they're, you know, big enough to scream and they know the difference and all of that. You can't, I wouldn't feel good about myself just letting them go into a toilet by themselves, like in a public setting.
No, children who are able to scream can get abused still, and people.
Scream. I mean, you know what I mean. Scream for help and understand like what's going on. Because if you're talking about a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old child, they may not be able to comprehend fully what's about to happen and everything.
Neither can any child at any age really. The brain doesn't fully develop properly until.
So if you say that, then you're saying all the way up until 20-something, because the brain
but the gym that I go to, like for instance, the gym that I go to, they're quite fair. They say up until the age of 8, they can go into, if it's a boy with his mother, he can go into the ladies' gym room up until the age of 8. If it's a man with his daughter, she can go into the gents' gym room up until that age. So there is ways of doing it. It's the same with Alex and Megan. They're twins, and when I used to need to use the toilet, I would take them in with me. But what I would do is I would tell them to stick their feet under the door and sing to me until I was finished.
Oh.
Then I knew they were safe and they were right there.
Yeah. I think you should make a unisex toilet in every toilet.
To do it as well.
I think that would solve it. If they made a unisex toilet where every public toilet is, then I think that'd be a good way to get round many of the issues. I mean, everyone will always have an issue with something, but that's my idea. Thanks for letting me in the box and have a lovely day, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, sorry for talking over you.
No, you're good. Thank you.
Sorry, bye, guys.
You're fine, thanks.
I'm a little confused here. Do y'all not have unisex toilets in the UK?
No.
Actually,
Not many. It's not common. I've seen a few.
In every single establishment in the U.S., like if it's a big establishment at all, like any establishment, we have male, female, and unisex. And the unisex is a one toilet thing with a lock on the door where you can go in and like change your babies and stuff, like change diapers. And
we also have family restrooms too.
We have family restrooms, yeah.
Thank you, Craig.
I mean,
No, we mostly have
over the years,
males, females, and then disabled. And a lot of parents who don't want to take their kids into the male or female will go in the disabled because it's just one toilet, not like 20. It's just one. You lock it and you leave. And that's it.
So now that you said that, you said males and females, then trans do not need to be going into the one that doesn't match their birth certificate because it says males and females, not women and men.
Sorry, Alex, I'm going to go now so someone else can have a turn, okay? Ta-da.
Right,
bye, everybody.
Bye, Mel.
I just want to ask, and I'm not saying anyone said it, but do you guys have the same energy towards trans men in men's toilets?
No, I said I answered
not you,
that
but
before.
in general, because a lot of the time with this argument, I see people just talking about trans women.
Okay. Laura mentioned something in the comment just a minute ago. She did say that not all trans people are the same. I do agree with that, but I don't think until they're actually going through the stage of transition and stuff like that, and that they've actually had these operations and stuff, that they should be using these toilets. They should be given the special keys or special passes to use disabled toilets if they need be, you know, or special assistance toilets if they don't feel comfortable in the gender toilet that, you know, that they were born with, if you know what I mean. But I don't agree with, you know, just because, say, I want to, you know, identify as a male, maybe tomorrow, that I can just go in and walk in, you know, to a male's toilet, because there would be a lot of males in there that would be very uncomfortable with me doing so, you know?
Yeah, no, my question...
It's not just females, you know, we've got to take into consideration that, you know, it's the male, you know, the male side of it as well. You know, would they want a lot of women with their tits out and stuff like that? You know, and when
I've never really heard the argument from men saying, you know what, women can't come in here.
Can you imagine on a night out, and us girls do get rowdy and stuff like that. We do things in women's toilets, you know, that men wouldn't possibly see outside when we're all together and pissed and putting our makeup on in the mirror and stuff like that, you know, and having a laugh and a giggle. Do you think a man would want to walk past that, you know, and see all that going on?
To be honest, I've never really heard an argument from a man like advocating against women using a man's toilet. I have heard a lot of women advocating for their safe space.
Yeah, but then you're putting yourself in that position of vulnerability and you're trying to fight against that. This is the bit I don't understand. If you're that against men being in your bathroom, then don't go in the men's, because then you're putting yourself in a vulnerable situation if it's
yeah,
that
but that's what my point is. I wouldn't go into a men's bathroom.
Yeah, and I stand with that then if you don't want them in yours. Yeah, I agree.
You know, and like I said, and I didn't want to offend anybody that's, you know, within the trans world or anything like that, because, you know, I agree that, you know, you be who you want to be, and if you're not comfortable with the person that you are, and you do want to change, then change if you can, you know. But when people are just doing it, you know, on a live media platform just to get attention, which it is, in the instance that I was saying before, from a certain person, you know, I just think it's absolutely distasteful and disgusting, you know?
Yeah.
And people still support it. And I don't understand why. I really don't understand why. When there's genuine people out there, like Miss Faye, you know, even Queen, and people like that, you know, that will, you know, that are going through, you know, and they're very open with their process and what they've had to go through or what they're going through and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't agree that Alphabet is young and confused. I don't believe that at all. I really don't, because they're always saying that, yes, they are trans. You know, they're a trans, you know, a trans woman or whatever. So they're not confused, but I just think that it's just all for you know, publicity and show and stuff like that. I just don't understand it.
May I say something?
Yeah, and then we
sorry.
need to hear from Becky and Unique because them two haven't spoke yet.
Yeah, on that note, hearing that other name, I'm just going to drop because that was ridiculous. All right, love you, baby.
Can I just make a statement, though?
1 second, because I want people who's been waiting to speak first, please. So, yeah. Can we just hear from Unique first?
Can you hear me all right?
Hey, Unique.
You all right, love?
Yeah, good. How are
I
you?
just want to address the breastfeeding comment that we made before. As I'm a parent myself, and my child is now 9 and is a little boy, and I breastfed, but would I breastfeed in the toilet? No, I wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? I'm not being funny, like, in this day and age, we're in 2024, and breastfeeding, us women had to fight for to breastfeed our children in public. And we don't have his tits on show, we have them covered up.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put that out there. And the toilets in the UK, in United Kingdom, are totally different to abroad. And their restrooms are totally different to UK. Most of the toilets in the UK are dirty and disgusting. I'm not being
it's
disrespectful
vile,
or anything. And they stink. Do you know what I mean? As for the trans side of things, if they're fully transitioned, then I agree. Look at females, if they transition to a female, or if you're transitioned into a male, then going to the male toilets. But some people will find it a bit uncomfortable if they're not full transitioned. Do you know what I mean? It's literally just one of them. Now, with people saying about the children, if men have got daughters or females have got the lads with him, my lad is classed as a very vulnerable little boy. Yeah, he's 9. So if we're out and about and me and his dad are together, out and about, then my little boy will go to the male's toilets with his dad. Now, if we're out shopping and his dad's not with us, then my little boy doesn't go to the male's toilet. He will come to the female's toilet with me. And I will shut the door behind us. He will go to the toilet, he'll go wash his hands, and he's back out. It's that simple. It's literally just one of them things. Everyone has got a different view on everything, but the thing is with Alpha Bar, my personal opinion, I think she does it for attention. I don't think she wants to transition, and there is out there if she did, but she, from what I can gather and what I've seen over the past couple of years, she was saying she was getting money and stuff like that and other to help with transition. She's not really done anything to help that. So unfortunately, you can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. It's literally just one of them.
Yeah.
And the people saying, oh yeah, but this person and this person and this person, it takes a lot for anyone to transition. It's not an overnight thing. Now, if they want the help is out there for anyone to transition. If that's what they want to do, the help is there. But I just don't like thing. No disrespect to you, Alex, because I get what you're doing. But with things like this, it just makes more a divide, and that's just me being honest. Because the thing is, like, even though you've got good points, people twist what people say. Do you understand where I'm coming from with that?
Yeah. I mean,
things get took off, and the trans community, there is a fair few that have had successful stories. There's some that are still in getting help. And like I said, it all takes balance. Now, I don't know how old Alpha Bar is, in all fairness. I don't know how old she is. But it seems like she's got more of a mental health issue there that she has to deal with before, even if she did transition. You know what I mean? Because she seems like a very, what's the word? She's very childish for her age. She's not. She doesn't act her age, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we think like she has to go through all different kinds of medical stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's literally just one of them things that everyone has to go through before the transition. Now, if she wants to transition, again, there is help out there. But we are coming on to social media And I'm not going to speculate because I know a lot of people have said she's been talking to young children. Now, if that's the case and people have got proof of that, take it up with the police. Do not put it on social media. It's not for TikTok. And this is where people get things wrong, because then it'll be a manhunt again and she's going to get so much hate again. And if it's not true, and again, you need facts and evidence. Please don't bring someone onto a platform that isn't true. And if it is true, then take it up with the right resources and get her took off TikTok. It's that simple, or any social media platforms. I'm just thinking of you, Alex.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all.
I haven't speculated about the talking to kids bit. I've just spoken about what she said on TikTok. Like, I get what you mean. People twist a lot. I know what you mean. You come from a good place. They like to twist things. But I'm just seeing, like, literally talking on what she said. I would never, like, just I always shut people down for speculation. And, like, come in here with a video that we can comment on, or like a clip that I can say, okay, they've said that. But if not, I don't want to know about speculation, because you're right. It's not. It doesn't help the point or anything like that. I get it. Hi, Sassy.
She's the same age as you, Alex. She said on live the other week she's 24.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to? What's your point to it?
Everyone's saying that she's young and she doesn't understand what she's doing. She's had trauma with regards to her mum. Yeah, I get that, but that still doesn't excuse her behaviour and the way that she acts out.
Yeah.
And with what Sassy's saying, when does it come accountability and consequences? Why are we throwing those out? Even kids get accountability and consequences. We teach that at a young age. So if you do something stupid, you're going to get in trouble for it. Why do we have to stop those accountability and consequences just because somebody's feelings are hurt?
No, I agree. I think she's done a lot wrong. I'm no advocate for her. I don't even know why she's still allowed on the app. And I think
I'm not even really speaking about her, just her, because there's a lot that's going on. In general.
Loads. Yeah. Anything else, Sassy, or is that your main point? I agree, by the way.
I'm just disgusted at the fact that she gets away with it every time, and everybody jumps to her defense with regards to disabilities and things like that, but that's putting a bad name on other people that have disabilities. I mean, anyone that knows me knows that I have 2 kids with disabilities. I would never in a month of Sundays tolerate any of my boys behaving in the way that she does on live, let alone sit on a screen at the side of her egging it on. It's not right, and she is on completely the wrong platform. She wants to transition, then she doesn't want to transition. It makes me wonder whether there is a large amount of external involvement and she is giving the money to others as well with regards to her mum, because even though she's a mother, to me, when she is on screen, she does seem like she is a master of manipulation, and she can switch a situation within seconds.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's your opinion.
Can we run a poll?
Yeah.
Can we ask the chat, would you let Elphaba babysit your child? Let's see how much trust the chat really has in her. Because I've seen some people defending her and all this and the other. But let's run a chat. Would you let Elphaba babysit your child?
I'm gonna say it here on panel because I'm 10 toes down and I don't care. No, she's not watching any of my kids, and that's just that. Plain simple, period.
Okay, there's the poll. Do you want to say something about the poll?
to the one person that said it, I would like to know why. Why would you let somebody that's done the things that she's done, said the things she said, and acted the way that she's acted, why? To that one person that said it, to go ahead and answer it. I want to hear a validation for her. Because there's a lot of people, talking wrong on her because she's a wrong'un, but I want to hear from the one person who actually said yes.
Can you tell us who said yes? Because I can't see it.
Jody Green, apparently. It's probably a troll, to be honest. I can't see it.
Does Jolie Green even have kids? That's another question. That's an important question. Does Jolie Green even have kids?
I don't even know who Joey Green is.
Oh, they have 145 followers, and might be a troll. No bio.
Everyone deserves a chance, Jody said.
So you'll give. I'm not.
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry, go ahead.
May I say something?
Yeah.
No one's addressed the part where Elphaba has turned around and said that she doesn't want to go into male bathrooms just in case something happens. For the past 2 years, she has done nothing but lie about constant males doing stuff to her, beating her, all the other stuff, right? And she's even said on her own lives, it's not true, it's never been true. She only said it for the clout, for the money and all that, so people can feel sorry for her. For the fact that if she doesn't want to go into the male toilets because of this, that she doesn't know what it's actually like. Most females do. Males as well. Not all males are like that. There are males out there that will, but not all males. Most of the males are generally nice guys who stick up for themselves, but all she does is constantly lie about males so she can get the clout. No, she can't use female toilets for that reason, because at the end of the day, she can go into a male's toilet, see if anybody's there, and if she doesn't feel comfortable, she can constantly wait. That is one of the things. But saying that she doesn't want anything happening to her, it won't happen, because she's constantly lied and lied and lied just to get people in trouble and called the police and everything, wasting their time because she does not know anything about, to be honest with you, females and what they have been through or anything.
And why do the females have to be the shields for men, grown ass men at this point? Because most that I know, in order to transition, you got to be an adult at this point, especially in the U.S., from my understanding. So why do females and children have to be shields for grown ass men?
Well, I think that a lot of it, and I can't answer that, Crystal. I really can't. I wish I could answer that, because that's honestly what a lot of people actually feel. But I want to also clarify something else too. To anybody out there who is like, okay, everybody's associated with the LGBTQIA, understand something quickly. L, G, and B are sexualities, and all of that other stuff are identities. It is not relatable to the preference that we have, okay? And the only thing I can see with Elphaba is that she grew out her hair. That's it. That's like the only thing that I can see. There's no transitioning happening there at all. Not that I can see. Not that I've seen. And at the end of the day, nobody on this panel, nobody that's been up here, has attacked any trans person, okay? Nobody said anything that is even remotely, there's nothing up here but opinions. And people are allowed to have their opinions. And if you don't like it, it does not mean that they're transphobic, okay? Because there's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. And if you just don't like what other people are saying, life's tough. Get a helmet. Like, I don't even know what the fuck to say to that.
Because if you're gonna let words hurt your feelings like that, well, then you need to scroll on. You need to scroll on. That's it.
Absolutely.
I just want
And then
to.
I was going to say something real quick. I want to say something to something in the comments. It just because you have not been attacked by a trans person doesn't, and this really gets me really deep because I'm so irritated when I hear that comment. It's like, well, I've never been attacked by this type of person, but I've always been attacked by this type of person. The thing is, down deep, a trans woman is a male. A trans man is a female. So that has not changed. So if you say you have never been attacked by a trans person, and the only thing that's different from a trans person is the gender identity, which is self-identified themselves, then you're not looking at the basis of what they really are. So if you've been attacked by a man, you have definitely been attacked or possibly been attacked by a trans woman because they're the same thing with their sex, in regards to their sex. You can't erase that trans individuals commit crimes too. There are people that are trans that have committed crimes, and there have been horrendous crimes that they have committed. And when you start invalidating the people that have been up under or dealt with a trans crime, a person that considers themselves trans, and say, okay, well, that never happens, then you're invalidating the pain and suffering that they've gone through and saying, oh, and then that's exactly men's mental health month. That's the reason why men don't speak up. That could never happen. A woman could never abuse a man. Well, you're doing the same thing to the people that have been abused by trans individuals. Think about that.
All right, Odd. I think I'm going to wrap this topic up, to be honest, because, yeah, it's getting a bit deep in here, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Can I just ask a question before you do?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is just to flip it. This isn't really about alphabet, but just thinking about this whole conversation. Do men's toilets, obviously I don't know, I'm a woman, I've never been in a men's toilet. Do they now have facilities for feminine products? Like, you know, the bins and the machines and stuff. I just wondered if it had been thought about that way.
No.
Okay, no, it's just that it was just something I wondered.
Sometimes I see the little, like, the bins, and I don't know if that's for...
There's bins, yeah.
I don't know if that's for, like, what female products or if it's just... I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not too sure.
Men wear sanitary products as well.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't want to give you the wrong information.
Men do what?
Men wear sanitary products.
You know, for trans
for what reason?
Not even trans men, just, you know, you get like 10 of men, you know, for people who have issues, like bladder issues, men do wear certain sanitary products.
Are you talking about like the underwear? Like the
no, like
underwear and stuff? Like, what are we talking about?
No, you get like slip-in pads as well, similar to like Tenor Lady, for example, but for men.
Okay, no, just crossed my mind. Personally, I don't think Elphaba should be in women's toilets. And what she said about parenting, I've got a 14-year-old son and a 10-year-old son. The 10-year-old's autistic, so I naturally take him into the women's toilets. But my 14-year-old boy, who, you know, goes out at the weekends with his friends, I can't be there all the time, you know, so I don't know. I think Elphaba will do what Elphaba will do. She even said herself, if it becomes the law, sod it, she's going to do it anyway.
Yeah, the thing
Which is ironic, because if she got locked up, she'd be put in a male jail, so...
Yeah, the only thing I was going to hit on is what Tinky Winky was saying about Elphaba constantly getting attacked in like the bathrooms and things. And I worked 20-something years ago, I'm an old man, down the gay village in Manchester, and there was drag queens, there was trans people using both male and female toilets, and any of the toilets in all the years that I worked there. I just want to put that out there. So she's obviously doing something wrong.
Yeah, the thing is, Elphaba says she goes in, has a pee, and comes out. We all know she doesn't. She's got her camera out, you know, she's taking photos, she's shouting, I'm trans rights, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So she's in there to cause a scene. I think she wants all the women perks, but without doing any of the work.
Yeah, I'll drop down now and let Alex
Yeah,
wrap
me
up.
too. Thanks for letting me
guys. Thank
Alex.
you. Thank you, Crystal.
Sorry.
Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Smooth Criminal.
I
Baby,
don't know
I
how
love
to
you.
I don't do the
Baby?
I love you, baby.
I love you too. I didn't want to get too deep anymore. I think it's a good amount of time, and if anyone else wants to talk about it, by all means, just hold it on your platform, but I don't want this whole thing to be a trans debate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was getting to that point too. I mean, it's a sensitive issue, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, don't say sorry, Crystal. I held the live on it. Well, I didn't think it'd get that deep, but conversations are conversations. It remained respectful. It's just I get to a point where I'm like, I don't think I'm the person to be holding a deep live because I don't even understand it myself.
Yeah, it's not even it's not part of the FYP show. It was just a topic that came up because of it was on the FYP show. But yeah, no, you're doing great.
Love you. I'm gonna just continue now, okay?
Love you too, baby.
Love you. You drop. I don't like dropping you. Thank you, everybody. No, please don't be sorry. I don't like to once it gets too deep. I don't think I should be like a hypocrite and hold a live on something that I'm not fully schooled on myself, if that makes sense. So you know what I mean, guys. I would rather just get to a point where we end it, move on. Everyone remains happy, and I appreciate everyone who came up and gave their opinions and things like that. I do, and thank you. I don't want to hold a topic on something that I don't fully. I know a bit about it. I don't fully understand it enough to monitor the whole situation. I don't know. I hope that makes sense anyway. Are we still with me, guys? If you're with me, say yes in the chat, and thank you, Margot. Love you. Are you still with me, people? What was the live talk? I got angry, so I didn't want to talk once. No, don't be sorry, Laura, don't be sorry. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you for everyone who did come up. Truly, I appreciate all your opinions. I didn't know that would take that much time. What? I did have something on that guy as well, but I think I want to move on from the topic of kids and stuff now, baby. But I think Miss Red covered that horrible, nasty guy. I don't really want to talk about anything. No, don't be sorry. I understand it's a sensitive topic, and sometimes you just want to jump in and give your view. I get it. I just have to make it a fair box where people who's been waiting longer get to speak first, regardless of whether you're my friend or family or whatever, just so it's fair for everyone, because I appreciate you all coming in here. I really, really do. So thank you. Make sure you get your heart me's in if you haven't already. If you can help with that confetti goal, would mean a lot. But if not, let's just what do we want to talk about? Remy's moving to Scotland. Should we talk about that? Oh, I want to talk about this actually, and I just want to see people's views and opinions, because this one made me a bit sad, but also right. First of all, blue hearts in the chat for King Louis, please. Blue hearts in the chat for King Louis, please.
Make sure you click my heart. I'm sure you'll understand why I'm playing.
What is this about King Louis's mum going in Diageo's box? Louis' story is incredibly inspirational, and he's such a strong guy, and I'm proud of his strength and everything. But his mum went into Diageo's box battles and won, and it's Diageo hasn't mentioned King Louis for months, and now he sees a chance to get some clout and viewers, and 30% off his mum is what I see. His daily rankings hasn't been up there at all, and I think Diageo is hosting that for the wrong reason. You guys can let me know what you think, but I feel like she could have went into Miss Red's live when she was in there, or someone else's. But Diageo is really in my opinion, jumping on that story now to benefit himself. Where was he months ago, you know? Where was he months ago to raise funds? Where was he months ago to raise awareness? Where was he months ago? You know what I mean? Honestly got to be sensitive about that topic, and I take nothing away from King Louis. He's an incredibly strong fighting human. I'm just not sure Diageo is the box you want to associate with. Yeah, Margot, because he knows what will get his 30%. Guys, you got to remember, when Diageo gives the prize... Oh, yeah, register for tomorrow's game night. There. In his bio. You got to remember, guys, that... Yeah, I'm not digging at his mum. I think his mum's been for a lot. I'm not digging at his mum. I'm more on Diageo's part. I feel like that man will do anything for money. Anything for cash, anything for more viewers. Literally anything. We've seen what he's done with the Sophie Rose and Remy situation. We've seen a lot of things that he's done on it. He will do absolutely anything to manipulate every single last penny out of people, right? And I feel horrible that now Louis's mum has been part of that game plan. Because King Louis got, what, 135k? That all 30% will go to Diageo. Now, if Diageo really gave a damn about Louis and his treatment and getting better, he would go, I'll give you that. Because I'm not here to cash on a sick child's mum, you know? But for someone who hasn't mentioned King Louis once, hasn't mentioned him, hasn't really done anything, and then all of a sudden in the box battle, let's play a song, you know, let's put blue hearts in the chat. It's a bit like, are you really cashing in on this situation? Are you really cashing in on this situation? And the other thing of his box battles, people wake up when he's giving these huge prizes to people like universes and stuff. You're aware that he's getting 30% of his own gift. Hence why he doesn't give the gift in their life. He gives it in his own life. It's all a business plan and technique. So yeah, I hope someone makes King Louis's mum aware. I really do. Because I think she's an incredibly strong mum, incredibly strong person, has the strongest son in the world, and I think she should be aware of what this man is like. Do you think smiley face Diageo did that as a genuine out of his heart, or sad face? Do you think he did it for money? What do we think, guys? Smiley face, genuine out of his heart, sad face for money. Diageo. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I agree, Margot. Yeah, he does box battle. He gets 30% off each box. So if each person has over 50k coins, he gets 30%, not off the top of each box. And then when he gifts his prize to the winner, he gets 30% from his own gifting. You have to understand, Diageo's not on there for people to make coins. He's not on there for people to increase their followers, like he says, or give people a platform. He's on there for himself. He gets 30% of each person, and that's why, in my opinion, he brought the mum in. He knew at this time there was so many rumours going on, and the one person who would bring in so much coins and views would be King Louis's mum, and that's shameful. Shameful. So do you guys agree? Put yes in the chat that, like, if he cared that much, he would be going, you see your 30%, I'm going to transfer that to you, that I took from you. But he won't do that because he's all about the cash. Right, Remy has been packing, getting ready to move to Diageo's.
Guys, honestly, I've been so stressed. So stressed. You have no idea. Like, my life's really not hard at all. Just the packing of everything. Life's just too busy right now. I
can't believe she's about to move to Scotland and take her son there. I can't believe it. It's like she didn't watch and see what happened to Sophie Rose and see what literally, you drop the own woman who's about to have your baby in the second because she didn't cash in as much anymore. You're going to be next, Remy. And then you're going to have to explain that to your son. No, I don't think they'll last at all. This is all a business transaction for him.
So busy with this packing. It's really stressing me out. So I'm really stressed. So, oh man. No, it'll all be worth it. It's like, I think I spent the week packing his house up. Now I've come back packing mine. And it's just, I'm just mega stressed.
Guys, can you get your heartbeats and your team bracelets? And again, if anyone can help me with the confettis, we're number 19 in that league. Every day so far, we've had top 10. Let's see if we can get it today. If you guys can help me with that, thank you. If you're enjoying, thank you. If you're new here, thank you. Just thank you.
I've packed 2 suitcases full of my clothes. There's so many toys. I'm just so stressed. Very stressful, guys. Why is it so stressful though? I'm ready for a mental break.
I don't know if I feel sorry for her or because I feel like she knows what she's got herself into. How do you watch a man drop someone who's about to have your baby for you and go, this isn't a red flag? How do you watch a man fight in court over the allegations that he's done and actively it's kind of been proven and there's protests outside your house for the things you've done and you go, oh, I'm attracted to that. That's what I like. I can't then feel sorry for you. Thank you, Odd. No, I know there's manipulation, but Odd, how was she originally attracted to that, is my question. How did you look at that? I saw the first live they met, and she was being spammed and spammed and spammed in her comments, like, this man has done this, and she chose to ignore it so that she could benefit off views and clout. She saw $2 in front of her eyes, and whatever consequences she has, that is on her, in my opinion.
Mental breakdown.
Spirit girl.
Really had to turn the brightening filter up on my teeth since Dee got his teeth done. Feel really left out. I'm just actually really stressed, not gonna lie. Honestly, I'm so stressed. Felt like crying. I'm just so stressed. Guys, I'm so stressed about the drive. Like, I'm not joking, I'm so stressed. About this drive. I've got to drive because I've got to take my car there. I can't be without a car. Oh, I've cried just looking at clothes, and not even because of moving. It's stressing me out, the drive. Plenty of snacks.
You think she's stressed, guys? Do you reckon that she's stressed?
Brakes, power bank, iPad, and Harry, and a dog. It's really stressing me out. What, we're gonna get him to fly here? We're gonna get him to fly here.
I'm so stressed, so what I'm gonna do to cure my stress is sit on live and tell my viewers how stressed I am so they can sympathy gift me. And the more you gift me, the more I'm gonna tell you how stressed I am. And then I'm gonna run a battle. Whoa! What is that? That's a freaking potato with a fan! That's cute. Back to the rant. Thank you, baby. I love you. I'm so stressed. I'm just going to sit on live, and the more you give me, the more I'm going to tell you how stressed I am. And then I'm going to battle Deidre and tell you how stressed I am even more, so it's linked in. Shut up.
Drive my car up there with me and him. That's a really good idea, but he's definitely will not be game for that. Yeah, but he's not going to do that, Emma. He's not going to do that, but that is literally that is a good idea, though, guys. I really don't like driving. Do you see I drive to the school, which is 2 minutes away, and home, and to, like, food shopping.
Does anyone believe their relationship? Seriously. Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. Do you believe their relationship? Does anyone believe Deidre and Rami's relationship? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. No, there's a lot of no's in here, okay. Alright, who's been following the stuff with Only Tony? Who's been following the stuff with Only Tony? Anyone? Exactly. What's everyone's thoughts on that? I haven't actually, like, look, listen, when it comes to that exposed, I know that she's a massive troublemaker, so whenever I see her name, I'm always a bit like, Urgh. But what's everyone's thoughts on that? So apparently there was a clip that he was going to do something to her, but then he's saying that the clip's been cut and manipulated. Thank you, Alison. This is going to be the last thing I talk about, by the way. Thank you, Ali. Thank you for all your heart me's, guys. Let's watch Tony's response to the clip.
Offer, it's 150 for the doubters in the chat, which is only 42 people. I offer this person to play that full recording of that live. I offer you tonight, I'll offer you tomorrow, I'll offer you tomorrow evening, play the full recording. Don't play a snippet, because I could do that myself. I could edit people and make them look like the worst in the world. Play the full. Play the full when you laughed at me about being attacked. Play the full. Play the fucking full. And don't pretend that I said about you being punched in the face by me or by anyone. No. I said, imagine if you were punched in the face. How? And then someone says, get over it. That's what she said to me when someone pulled a knife to my throat. He's flipping on me. You don't think I recognize I'm being recorded 24/7? That I'm actually going to turn around and tell a woman I'm going to punch you in the face? Really? Even my fucking exes apparently don't have that much proof, and I'm meant to be a DV perpetrator. But all of a sudden,
maybe stuff
has this proof. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Piss me off editing clips.
So did he say he's going to do that? Did he say that he was going to do that? Because I can't find the clip. Does anyone know or no? No. Anonymous. Oh, Anonymous is in here. I think that's the exposed channel, to be honest. He didn't say that. So, look, the thing that I see from exposed is she likes to push people. She loves to wind people up. This is what I personally know of her. She likes to push people and wind them up, and then they say something, and then she clips it, and she cuts it, and so it fits her narrative. Whether or not she's done it this time, I don't know, but in general, that's what she does. She clips, she pushes you, pushes you, pushes you. You say something because you're only human at times. She cuts it, and she goes, oh my God, I can't believe this has been said about me. So I'm not sure. I don't know enough about it, but I do know that she's a very big troublemaker. And she likes to be the victim. For someone who's meant to be exposing people, I'm not sure she does much exposing anymore, but just arguing with people. Baby, behave. Yeah, she clips a lot, Pamela. She loves to do that. I'll try to find the clip. Because, obviously, I should play it if it's that, but I don't even know her at name because she blocked me.
Flair. See, we'll have a bit of that. I'm going to advise that Tony stops drinking, mate, and I'm going to send him some.
Why are you friends with that Tony, man? Are you mad? Are you mad? I send a picture of him to me brother. Like, man, would he shut up? Oops, I'm not shut up, sorry. But you, suppose, I sent a picture of that Tony, you know, the only one Tony official, to me brother. Yeah. Like, my brother's a kid Twitter. Right, he was like,
we're talking about exposed.
You know how he does all the race posters and that about people. He went, Callum, I'm sure I've fucking seen him in the ring before. I'm sure he was just like, you know
I don't know what's going on there. I'm trying to find the video. Oh, here we go. This is what was said to her, and you guys can make a judgment. Baby!
It's my personal. I've got. I haven't
learn anything from that. Did you learn anything from that? Would you ever send messages like that again or speak to someone like that again? No. So, yeah, as bad as it was,
exposed. I'm gonna drop. So
listen,
CG.
I still heard what I heard that day on that voice note, and it rattled my cage.
Would you get a punch again?
What's that?
You said to me, I learned what I learned.
No, I've already had this out with you, Tony. We had a live. Remember, you kept me from the box.
No, you just said to me, which is recorded on
my phone. I said, would you do it again? The text again and the voice note. It was the voice note and the text.
Would you do it again? But would I see?
Yeah, the text. Oh my God, Tony!
Would you get punched in the face again? It's my personal.
So from that clip, right, and this is just from that clip, I don't think he should bring up anyone's DV in anything. Honestly, I don't think he should bring up anyone's DV in any point you're trying to make, because it's not your story, it's their story. Okay, so I don't think that should be done. However, I do see what he's trying to say. Is she asked him a question about his personal situation. Thank you, Granny. About his personal situation, so he came back with a question about her personal situation, so he just kind of stooped as low as her, if that makes sense. But the thing is, she doesn't let anyone talk in her boxes. Exposed doesn't let, she shouts over them so that you can only hear the bits she wants you to hear. I think it's clear that Tony wasn't in the box for 48 seconds. It's very clear that he wasn't in the box for 48 seconds, but she's decided to upload that clip, you know, because it fits her narrative. It fits her narrative. So she'll upload that 48-second clip, not the full clip of him, and she'll clip it so it fits her narrative. That's what she does best on here. Hence why she's in an argument with the whole app. Like literally. That's my opinion on her. I don't have anything else to add to that. But he was the perpetrator in a situation. She was the victim in hers. I agree, Holly, and that's why I said that he shouldn't be talking about her situation, because it's not his story, it's not his business, and it's not anything of his right to question. But what I'm saying is, when she's personally questioning things about him, what he's done is reacted back and done the same thing as her. Maybe stooped a bit lower, but the idea of it, in my opinion, he's done the same thing. But again, Exposed loves to do this thing where she pushes people, speaks over people so they can't have a voice, accuses people of stuff without having full-on evidence, and then lets them talk once she's riled them up, clips it, and goes, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Post. You haven't posted the 20 minutes before of what you were saying about him. You haven't posted the 20 minutes of what you were speaking about because it wouldn't fit the narrative. And that's what I think on Exposed. She's very, 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 very good on that. Whether or not people should talk about people's traumas, no, I don't think they should. I don't think anyone should be talking on anyone's traumas or past experiences or questioning that. Absolutely not. And I think Tony was wrong for that. But Exposed has a very good way of pushing people, and then they finally bite. And then she, like, clips it, takes out all the bits where she pushed them, all the insults that she said, and just what they said, and said, I can't believe that they've said that to me. Well, why do you think they've said that? Why do you think they've reacted? Why is it always people reacting to you Exposed? You know what I mean, guys? You know what I mean? Like, give me your opinions in the chat. That's what I think.
This is homophobic.
Who's going off about you now, Yvonne?
Oh my God, do it my turn.
Well, my Johnny said not pushed an eyebrow, so.
But anyway, I'm going.
I'm going to have to go.
Bye,
Are you on later?
Anyway, that's what I think on that, guys. And I think that's going to be my last thing to talk about today. Did we all have a good time, guys? Did we have a good time? If we did, say yes in the chat. If you can get your heart me's in, confettis would be much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you, Zoe. Irish, thank you. Come on, Ali. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'm glad. Well, I really appreciate all of you constantly coming in here and supporting me. Laura, it's lovely to meet you. I hope you come back tomorrow at 1 p.m. It's lovely that you guys constantly, day after day, come in and support me. I really appreciate it. I really do. I'm enjoying this so much. I hope you are too. I tried to keep this... Zoe! Thank you, Zoe. I really tried to keep this a fair, safe space for everyone.